Good morning again. Okay, so I promised you a 10-minute core blasting workout here. So what I've got are our mini bands, and I've got them in a variety of tensions, okay? So these are 2 different brands, or 3 different brands, who knows? So they're all different colors, okay? And actually, we have 4 different brands here, so that's exciting. So I have a heavy band. I have somewhat, these are both saying extra light, but one of them is newer, so it's got a little bit more tension than the other one. And then this one, I'm not entirely sure. So it says light, so it'll probably be a little bit more tension than either of these, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and get started with our core workout. This is under the assumption that you've already warmed up, so we're just gonna finish off the body. I don't recommend starting your workout with this, okay? So you need your core to support all your other exercises. So use this as a finisher. So I am gonna put the extra heavy band around my thighs here, and then I'm going to turn and come on down to the floor. So make sure you have a nice padded mat that you can lie down on, or a comfortable floor. And we're just gonna go ahead and get started with some basic bridges. So I want you to take those feet hip width apart, or maybe just slightly wider, wherever you can find that tension on your bands. And we're gonna lift those hips up and down. So as you lift up and down, press into those bands. So you keep those knees pressing out wider. So you should be feeling the outside part of your glutes there, okay, your buns. If you need more tension, take your feet out a little bit wider. You can angle those toes out slightly to the corners so that you get a little bit more tension on those bands, and it takes a little pressure off of those knees. So we're going to do another 10 here. So I want you to do 20 of these, and 9, and 8, and 7, and 6, and 5. And of course, you can always add weights to this, just depending on how you want your intensity to be. But we'll do 4, and 3, 2. We're going to lift and hold the last one up. So lift and hold. And then I want you to press those knees apart. So we push apart and apart. Don't push so far that your band starts to slide up your thighs, okay? So you should be able to feel that. If it starts to creep on those thighs, don't push any further, okay? So you want to keep those buns lifting while you're working here. Keep those abdominals checked in. So again, you should really feel the whole cheek working here. Let's do another 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Don't let those knees fall together. 4, 3, 2. Hold it here. Little pulses up to the ceiling. 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep that pressure on those bands, pushing out wide. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and lower on down. So we're going to lift those legs up into a tabletop position. We still have those bands around the thighs, but we're going to tap those toes down. So nice and easy. Still getting that little warm up for those abdominals. Press your low back down into the ground. I'm keeping my knees bent, but you can stretch them out, make that a little bit more challenging. Again, determine if your bands are sliding, make the proper adjustments, okay? So mine are staying pretty good, but I could probably move it up just slightly. That'll keep it connected to my thigh just a little bit easier. Sometimes your clothing prohibits it from moving or staying stuck, so be aware of what's going on there. So we're going to do 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Bring those bands on off your feet, any way that you like. We're going to go with our medium or light band, something lighter. And then we're going to put that around the base of our feet. Okay, so it's going to go around the sole of our foot and across the top of your foot. So we're going to work on the exact opposite motion. Oh my goodness. And we're going to pull that leg up, and down, and up. So you can start here, or we can add that head and shoulders lifting, okay? So I'm just gonna keep it lifting and holding here while I lift those legs. Next option here, we're gonna add a twist. So twist and down, twist and down, twist. And I use the sole of my foot to keep that band anchored down, but I also readjust. So feel free to readjust as necessary. It's not a perfect thing here, so readjust. Biggest thing here is I want you to keep that foot lifting up, so don't just pull the knee in. Lift that foot up. All right, there we go. And twist, and twist, and twist. 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Lift those legs up. I'm going to readjust my band since I kind of need it slide there. Get those legs straight up, okay? If your hamstrings don't support you being up there because they're too tight, then go ahead and bend your knees, okay? So what I want you to do here is we're going to push apart. We're going to start to lower those legs. So maybe as you lower those legs can go straighter, okay? So we keep the belly pushing down, all right? And then we bring those legs back up. We'll do that 10 times and down. Pushing out and up. You have to find your range of motion that works for your challenge. If your back is popping off the ground, then stop the movement. Okay, don't go quite so low. There's 3. Little 4 pulsing here. Keeping your head pressing down. And 5. Now, I probably could have gone a little bit heavier with this band. So you'll have to play around with that. We have 4 more. Yes, you'll feel this in your hip flexors. That is okay. We're getting some work in there. They're fine to be worked, just as long as you stretch them back out. Okay? Feel those quads working. There's 7. Feel those abdominals working. So we've got a little unstable environment here just because we're pulsing those legs. All right, 2 more, please. Well, wait, 8, 9, 10, 3 more. Yeah, forgive my math here. 2 more, please. Keeping that chest open. One more. Okay, so we will go ahead and remove those bands. And then I want you to take your light band, whatever that might be, and we're going to bring it around our hands. So feet are on the floor here, and we're going to come up for a nice twist to the side here. So we're going to come up, twist. So the bands are nice because you can push down into that side and get some shoulder work here. All right, let's alternate sides. Here's 1. And 2, and 3, and 4. If you're feeling sassy, lift those legs up. 5, and 6. If you're feeling even more sassy, stretch those legs out. 8, 9. I don't know which side I counted on. We'll go 10 there. 11. We're going to 12. 20, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Good, don't lose those bands. Put those bands underneath. So we'll stretch out those legs. So again, the legs could be straight up. I'd like to see you try to get straight up, so we'll work on getting that hamstring flexibility, but then the bands are gonna go around your hands just underneath your bum. So we're gonna have to lift up. So we're gonna tap the floor with those bands and keep those legs lifting, lift them up. One arm is lifted up, so we're working obliques. This one's a tough one. And of course, you can bend those knees. I find that I fall over to the side a little bit more. I don't know what. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. You can release that band. We're going to hug those knees in, rock ourselves up, and then we'll turn it over onto our bellies. Now, I really like to have the light bands here for this one. So light or extra light. And I know this is my worn out band here, so this might be a little bit better for me. So if you have shoulder issues, I definitely would recommend this, okay? We're going to keep those feet flat down onto the floor. We're going to stretch those arms out in front of us. And we're going to work with a swimmer, an alternating swimmer here, where we raise one arm off the ground, okay? So just that addition of some light tension as we reach those arms up. Get that backside working here. Do whatever you like with the feet. You'll notice I changed my toes from flexed, so it doesn't really make that big of a difference. So we'll do 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. So we're going to hold those arms out in front of us, lift those arms, and then pull back to your chest. So keep that tension pulling wide on your bands, and you should feel this at the lower part of your shoulder blades. And reach out and lift up. Now you can add those feet lifting if you like. And pull in. And we're going to pause them. All right, so we're going to put those bands around our hands. We're going to keep them there, I guess. And we're going to go for a lift as we pull the bands towards our chest. Keep the feet down to start off with. So we'll pull the arms wide, arms come into chest, and forward. And pull. And forward. And pull. And forward. And pull. Now you can add those feet lifting for a little bit more. And then drop down. And then here. And down. And pull. And down. Let's do 5 more, please. Here's 5. And 4. And 3. 2. 1. Good work. Okay. So the bands can come off the hands. We're going to bring those hands back underneath our shoulders. Give your back a little stretch here. Good. And let's work on some more glute work. So really important. Everybody knows the clamshell. We're going to do that one. Easy, but super important. Okay, so grab your heavy band, extra heavy, and then put that around the knees. And then we're going to come onto our side. So you can either prop yourself up from your elbow or stay down low. Doesn't really matter to me. But we want to have your feet lined up with your tush. And then your knees are going to be coming forward here. So when we lift that top knee, don't just think about lifting and pulling it backwards. I want you to lift and angle it forward, okay? So find that top crease in your wall ceiling where that meets, all right? And then lift. And then you can also think about your glutes doing the lifting here and down, okay? It's not your knee that's lifting. It's your bum that's lifting that up and down, okay? So here we go, lifting and lowering and getting that side butt worked. It doesn't have to be that high either, okay? So if you want a little bit more range of motion, lift your feet off the ground. We'll do 10 more. There's 9. All right, so lift your heels off the floor, but keep those feet connected. We've got 7 and 6. Keep your waist pulling in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, bring it on down. Switch around to the other side. Okay, and here we go. We lift and down, and 2, and down, and 3, and 4,
And again, if you want to lift those heels off the ground, get a little bit more work, or range of motion more so than work. You'll feel it again. So let's do another 10 here. There's 10, using the glutes to lift. 9, really important to have strong side glutes. 8, 7, especially for my runners. 6, 5, they tend to neglect their glutes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it on down. Alrighty. That will conclude your core with the mini bands today. So add that in at the end of your workout and get those abdominal, back, hip, glute muscles nicely worked.